going on, everybody? Welcome to the Life Jacket Podcast, where we talk about topics to help you get through the waves of life. As you know, my name is AJ.
And I'm Bless.
And you know what we always do before we start every episode? We always start off with the win for the week.
Win of the week, baby.
So, Bless, what was your win?
I had a good win. Shout out to my neighbor. My neighbor gave me his motorcycle. So CBR 1000. I ain't had to spend no money. It's riding season, end of May, going into June. Pretty excited for that. So that was a win of the week. Definitely a blessing. No pun intended, but appreciate that. What about yourself?
I would say for me, I got to go see my grandparents. My grandparents are 88 and 82. So, they've been married 59 years. So just getting to see them, spend some time with them and catch up. It's always good to see the family. So that was my win for the week.
Man, 59 years of marriage.
Yeah, that's
that's unheard of these days.
Yeah, no, it is, man. They've held it down. So I love them to death.
Absolutely. But yeah, so let's get into our topic. Our topic, it's a very vulnerable topic because we're going to try to get into detail of ourself in this situation. We've experienced this, and so we're going to talk about hitting rock bottom. Why is it important to hit rock bottom? Our experiences from hitting rock bottom and how we got out of it and how we moved from it. And so, experience wise, when did you hit rock bottom?
Oh man, that's funny as hell. I would say, man, I'll give one example. It was my freshman year, college. I was a PT major, physical therapy. I went to thinking I was going to do physical therapy. I remember the one semester I had chemistry with lab, bio with lab, anatomy.
Oh nah.
Another another type of like medical technology class. Whew, man, sum it up. I had like a 2-2 at the end of my freshman year, first semester. And I've never had grades that low.
Yeah.
And I had like, it was hard for me transitioning to college too. Like I was like trying to find my circle. I was still really shy at the time. Whew. It was rough. It was really, really rough. And I remember just telling my mom, my grandparents, my grades and what was going on. I was like, man, I don't know if I could do college. It's not for me. And pretty much my mom, my grandma, they gave me that pep to like, no, it's okay. Like think about switching your major. Friends will come around, like, you'll get out your shell, just keep going, stay supportive. So I switched my major actually to public health. Wound up graduating like a 3.3. Everything was cool, but it was dark. I was like, wow, like I don't know if college is for me. Mind you, like I'm like most of my class, I'm the only black male. I only saw 2 other black people, so that was pretty, for me that was tough. I'm like, yo, like I don't see anybody that looks like me. I'm struggling. I already went to a PWI as it is. So that was a time where I have really hit rock bottom. I was like, man, like this is rough. That was rough for sure. How about you?
Oh man, this rock bottom's rough. So in 2019, I was deployed and I was overseas and I got injured. And so getting injured really wasn't that big of a deal, but having to leave my soldiers behind, that affected me. That hit me hard. And then getting sent to Germany, then getting sent home, and then with not being able to do what I love to do, which is to work out, and that's all I knew about doing was staying fit, staying active. That really affected me everything. It affected my mental health. It affected my hygiene. It affected my relationship that ended. And I hit rock bottom so bad, I started becoming an alcoholic. And because of me being injured, I wasn't obligated to do anything. And so all I did was I would show up, say, hi, I'm here. I'd go back to my room, shades down, no windows open, and drink probably like a bottle of alcohol a day. And it was so bad. And I was just toxic and unhappy, and I there was nothing I wanted to do for my I felt helpless. Like it and it sucks when the things that you're normally able to do is taken away because of an injury. Like simply showering was hard, and walking up the stairs, and I was on like a scooter, and grocery shopping, and it's in like, for me, I had so much pride, and I was embarrassed, and I was like, wow, there's no purpose for me anymore just because of an injury. But because I was hitting rock bottom, and because I felt helpless, like that, those things, my mental stability continued to diminish. Like people were asking me, they would see me struggle like with bags, and I was like crutching with a bag and stuff like that. And people were like, hey, can I help you? And I was just kind of like nasty and mean, and didn't want anyone's help. And I was closed off to the world, closed off to my friends, closed off to my family, and that really hit rock bottom. And it hit rock bottom because of many different aspects: leaving my troops over there overseas, being injured and not being capable to do the things I want to do, especially the gym, which is also affects my mental health. And then being in a confined space where it's just like, hey, like you're injured, so we don't need you anymore, so leave. And so that's probably one of the biggest rock bottom moments of my life, because the recovery was over a year, and it was just like, hey, I can't see the light at the end of this tunnel at all. And so that was my rock bottom.
No, yeah, I mean that's deep. And like, how do you feel like you're able to overcome it,
First
or your
off,
healing process? Like, what was
yeah,
that like?
the healing process, time,
Mm,
I seeked help, and the help that I seeked was first from God.
mm-hmm,
Like I'm not saying everyone needs to believe, but I believe in God,
mm-hmm.
and utilizing the Bible, praying, having that mental space of being alone, because I was no one was around me, to seek my purpose and to find my purpose, and then continually try to get better. And so for me, it was talking to my parents and trying to open up and be vulnerable, because it's not easy being vulnerable. Like we growing up, black man, vulnerability is considered to be weakness. And that's how I always like that's how I always was, especially in a relationship. Like, hey, I got to be the man, I got to be the tough one. And in this
Mm-hmm.
scenario, I needed to lean on somebody,
Mm.
and I wasn't open enough to realize that I had people to lean on. And so I think my support system, when I allowed them to be that support system, was what got me through this. And then from there, continuing to build my confidence.
No, yeah,
What?
that's real. And I think I'll give another one too. Um, I definitely would say for me, like, I got bullied a lot as a kid. I got picked on. It was severe. It was really bad. And I just remember in eighth, because it built up for the years. Like I'm talking, I would get picked on preschool, summer camp, trying out for sports. It was just, it never ended. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
like what the, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was eighth grade. I mean, I went to I went to Puerto Rico with my family at the time. I remember I was just sitting down. My parents went to the beach. I had like a bad attitude. The things I kind of was sitting by myself at the pool, and I'm just like, yo, like this can't be the end all be all. Like nothing suicidal, nothing. I never, I think my love of my mother, and my grandparents never made me want to. My mental health never got that bad, but I think I was just like, yo, like what is going on? Like life just cannot be like this forever. And I remember it was like 2, 3 days. I was just down. I was really depressed, really sad. My mom then would ask like, "What's going on?" I'm like, I'm all right, hanging in." But deep down, I'm like, "Yo, like I'm just so fed up with like
yeah,
this. What is going on?" And I think what got me out of that is I believe in God, so I'm a Christian 100%. I believe God really has like looked over my life and blessed my life, been able for me to keep going, and it's just the resiliency. And if you follow me, I'm a life coach, resilient confidence. I help people who deal with low self-esteem, low self-confidence, from bullying. etc., or just from life in general. And I think just the resiliency, just be like, it's going to get better. And it did. Like, life's been great. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Ever since
yeah.
college, it's been great. But it's like, man, like you know, I used to ask myself, like, you know, why is God putting me through this? Like,
Hmm.
why am I going through this specifically? And you just have those rock bottom moments. But it's funny though. I feel like the rock bottom moments make you help you find your purpose, make you into the person that you are. Like, you do have to hit rock bottom at some point in your life, whether it's in your career, whether it's in your personal life, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's with your friends. Like, you have to hit rock bottom. Everybody has gone through it. And if they didn't, they're lying to you, or they just don't want to tell you, not comfortable telling you. But everybody hits rock bottom at some point in your life. And the best advice I can give you is that, you know, to help you get through it is to not only be resilient, but to find a community, find family, find friends that can help you get through those dark times. You can't do it by yourself. It's impossible. You know, lean on your faith, whether that's God, you know, for me, it's God. For you, or listening, it could be Allah or whatever your religious belief is. But you have to lean on something bigger than yourself to get you through those dark times. And when you get through those dark times, when you get through the rock bottom, there's a blessing on the other side of that. You know, you just have to find your way to get through it.
Yeah. And speaking of resiliency, that's big in the army. Like we have something called resiliency training. Like
Hmm.
literally tons and tons of slides of how to get through resilience. And being resilient is one of those skills that a lot of people they don't have, and they don't know how to be resilient. And like you said, like turning to God, seeking help, seeking turning to your friends and family or professional help. And also, as we talked about in goals, like setting little small goals to just start getting the ball rolling, start making you feel a little bit better about yourself to get out of that rock bottom situation because it seems like it's a never ending type of thing. And then I feel like for me, when I hit rock bottom, that's what I did. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna set small goals,
Hmm.
accomplish them, and to get out of feeling so terrible about myself. And then I've obviously I'm good now. I'm living life. I'm happy, stuff like that. But it's you got to be resilient. You got to be able to bounce back. Like life's going to punch you, but you got to get up. It's going to knock you down in every single aspect of your life, possibly. And it's just a matter of how you handle it.
And in order to get through life, the way you want to get through it, you have to be resilient. It's so easy to quit. It's so easy to give up. You know, unfortunately, there's a lot of people like who quit their job, who end their life, suicide. It's really easy to quit. You really have to be resilient to get through life. Life can be, when people say life be life, and when it rains, it pours. And the resiliency to just keep going, to not give up, to rely on your faith, to rely on your community is so vital to get through life. Because like you said, life is going to throw you punches, haymakers, left hook, right hook, but you got to be able to fall down and get up, because if you don't get up, you're going to lay there. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
you're going to lay there. You have to find a way to get up and keep going when you need to.
And hitting rock bottom makes you stronger
Yeah.
because when you hit rock bottom, you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Mm-mm.
And for you to just continually driving through and pushing forward and being resilient on whatever thing that is affecting you in your life and being able to get out of that, you have to be a strong individual. And while you are fighting for your life and fighting for your family and your friends to get out of that uncomfortable part of your life, you're naturally getting stronger, whether it's mentally, which is a lot of it, and then physically as well. That way, when you go look back at life, you realize it wasn't that bad. And then you realize, hey, I can get through it. And once you hit rock bottom and get through it one time, then the other rock bottoms are not as deep
No.
because like you said, everybody experiences life. Life isn't perfect, and life it's not all sunshines and rainbows at all. And it goes into failing, it goes into letdowns, it goes into breakups, and at the end of the day, it's your choice how you handle that.
And here's the thing about hitting rock bottom. You'll find out the type of person you really are when you hit rock bottom and you don't know when you're gonna get out, and you gotta keep going through life and keep fighting every day, knowing that eventually, like, you will see light at the end of the tunnel. But that light at the end of the tunnel could be a week, it could be a month, it could be half a year, it could be a whole year. You don't know when you're gonna get out. But the beautiful part of it is that when you do get out, you'll see the blessing on the other side. And that's a part of your life where you got to just dig deep and really believe in you. And you got to really, really, really lean on not only yourself, but your faith, your friends, even if you don't have any friends. And even if say you don't have any friends, like leaning on you, like this is going to be a you season where like I'm gonna get out of this for my own damn self, nobody else. It gets like that. And so it's okay to hit rock bottom, especially because like when you do get out of rock bottom, um, you're gonna see like, wow, I can get through anything in life. And here's also something where if you're hitting rock bottom and you don't have any support, anybody around, reach out, a teacher, a coworker, a family member, anybody. Like, don't try to go through it alone. Like, go get that, seek the help, whatever that may be in your life. I don't want to get into your business, but make sure you get the help that you need to get through it, because everybody needs somebody to lean on. I remember we did a program called Each One Reach One in undergrad, and it's literally like each one reach one. Like, go reach that person who needs that help and pull them with you and bring them along and help them get through it. Because like, how many of you who are listening have been through some dark times and you had somebody reach out or you had somebody to lean on? Everybody has. You could say, oh, I got out the gutter and all that stuff. That's cool, but that's not everybody. And if you did, like, salute. But you know, you don't have to do it alone. Like, you have people in your life, and they don't have to be close. It could be a therapist, it could be a life coach, it could be whoever. Like, lean on somebody when you're in those dark times to get you through it. Like, it only takes one phone call to change everything, or just hearing somebody positive talk to you, or an encouraging word, or a telephone call that can really like just reshape and just reshape your life how you need it to be.
Facts. I believe in that. And so, takeaways. I guess I'll start.
Yeah, go ahead.
My biggest takeaway is rock bottom is going to happen, or it might not happen. It all depends on how God has your life set up for you. But it's important to remember that rock bottom is only rock bottom as long as you let it be rock bottom. And that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You may not see it, but there is a light. And so it's that resiliency for you to keep going, even though you cannot see what that goal or you getting out of that rock bottom situation may be. So for me to you guys, if you're at rock bottom right now, there's only 24 hours in a day. There's only 365 or 66 days in a year. It will get over and it will get better, but it only will if it's you that get yourself out of it.
I would say, let me lean up a little bit. I would say, man, if you're somebody in life and you're going through something, it gets better. Take it from me. Like, it gets better. You may not be able to see it. You might get really, really frustrated on most days. You might be sad. You might be frustrated, but it gets better. You just have to be resilient, and you have to keep pushing forward, even on the days where you don't want to. Keep pushing forward. Life, it gets better. And those days where you're struggling and you're just like, yo, like, I don't know what else to do, call somebody, reach out to somebody, especially on those days where you just feel like giving up and you feel like, I just can't do it anymore, because it only takes that one phone call away. But it does get better. You'll get through those dark times. I did. A lot of people do. You will get through it. And I emphasize, if you're going through something and you're struggling, reach out to somebody. Don't go through it alone.
Absolutely. And so to wrap it up, I would like to say, and AJ would like to say, thank you guys once again for listening, for watching our reels, for watching our YouTube, all our social media platforms. Thank you for the feedback that you guys have been providing us, and detail too. Like, we know you guys are listening. You know this is helpful to a lot of you guys, and to help us out, we would love it for you guys to comment, to follow, like, subscribe, share. because there's someone out there that probably is hitting rock bottom that might need to hear this. In any of our episodes, if you feel like this is good for you or for someone you may know, please, please, please share that for us, and we would highly appreciate it. And we just really appreciate your support.
And again, what Bless is saying, like we really do appreciate everyone. Seriously, like we see the growth. We know what's coming. We really believe in this, and we're really trying to change the world. And like I said, every play we get on our podcast, every view, every like, every subscription, it means everything to us. So like we really do appreciate it. Wherever you're listening from, just keep continuing to support us. And if you would like us to talk about any specific topic, feel free to DM us, reach out to us on our personal pages. We'd appreciate that.
And last thing, for our next couple episodes, we're gonna be having some guests. We're very excited about this.
Uh,
So stay tuned, stay aware, keep following us, liking us, and we'll be in touch and we'll be here. So from the Life Jacket,
Peace.
peace.
Peace out.